Hello and welcome to the special edition of Facepalm. I decided I wanted to do something special. I like switching it up every once in a while, and I wanted to cover facepalms and other stupid things in history. So get ready to strap yourself in, because here we go. During the Napoleonic Wars, residents of a small North England town watched a French ship capsize off the shore. They found that everyone on board died, except for our little monkey. He was hanging on to a bit of the broken ship, and as subjects of severe wartime propaganda, the monkey was dressed in full French military gear, which did confuse them. So they decided to interrogate the fuzzy creature. So what did they decide to do? They brought the monkey ashore, and they started a trial. When the monkey wouldn't talk, obviously, they assumed that he was being uncooperative. Really now. So they got fed up. So they eventually built a hanging gallows and executed the poor creature. Today, there's actually a rugby team in that small town who fondly call themselves the Monkey Hangers. Speaking of Napoleon, he was once attacked by a horde of bunnies while hunting. It really sounds like something from Monty Python, but it actually happened. Napoleon requested a rabbit hunt, so his chief of staff Alexander had men capture up to 3,000 bunnies so that they can release them during the hunt. But something didn't go as planned. The rabbits didn't run away in fright. They actually charged toward Napoleon and his men. Hundreds of fuzzy bunnies. They gunned it for the world's most powerful man at the time. Way to go, Napoleon. And the opposition probably could have won Waterloo with just bunny rabbits. One time in 1778, the Austrian army actually attacked itself. How this screw-up happened is how usually many screw-ups happen. They spent the night drinking, as one does before a major battle, and the entire group ended up completely drunk. They heard someone yelling, "The Turks are arriving!" And the army ran in confusion. They started attacking one another. When a German commander yelled, "Halt!" they heard it as Allah, and further confirmed that it was Turks. Turns out, the Turks never did invade that night, and they lost 10,000 men. Back in the 13th century, Pope Gregory IV declared war on cats. Yes, you heard me, he declared a war on cats. He said that the black cats were an instrument of Satan. Because of this belief, he ordered the extermination of all felines throughout Europe. However, this backfired. As a result of no cats, plague-carrying rats boomed in population. And this plague was the bubonic plague, or as you probably know it, the Black Death, that killed hundreds of millions of people. Even though you might think cats are evil, they're actually a necessary evil, especially back then. Way to go, Pope Gregory. Well, your crusade did help millions of people go meet their creator, right? We all know the man Pythagoras, the man who created the most iconic mathematic discovery in history. He had a phobia of beans. As a matter of fact, it was so ironic that it actually caused his death. His diet actually forbid him to eat beans, and anyone who followed him. The reason behind it isn't actually known, but there was a funny anecdote that he believed that human beings lost a part of their soul every time they passed gas. Thus comes the story. Suddenly, Pythagoras came to a stop. The vast bean field stretched before him. He stood frozen, uncertain of what to do. His eyes focused on a single bean, dangling inches from his papyrus-covered feet. So true was his ideals that, at the risk of his own life, he was unwilling to trample upon a single bean. Staring down upon the vibrant bean, the sun low in the sky, he imagined it to be blossoming into a divine ripeness. As he stood there, hesitating, contemplating his next move, his pursuers caught up with him. They lifted their weapons, and they brung their knives down hard, spilling Pythagoras' blood all over the plant, thus ending his life. For the sake of the bean, and for the deep wisdom immersed in that diminutive cosmic object. taken from Philosophy Now. Here's a rich one. Whoever invented the fire hydrants deserved a lot of credit, but we'll never know. For the patent to this life-saving device burned in a fire. Way to go, patent office. Thanks a lot, friend. The first would-be assassin of Archduke Ferdinand had an epic failure. Not just one. When he was trying to assassinate Franz Ferdinand, he blew up the wrong car because he forgot about the 10-second timer. When he found out that didn't work, he took an arsenic pill so that he would evade capture. But it was too old and it didn't work. So seeing that, he took the spectacular jump and made it to the river to drown himself. And that failed because it was only 4 inches deep. Don't worry, where you failed, someone else succeeded. Yay, a joke about a horrible world war. Thanks a lot, Fun With Failure. Ah yes, the iconic bad guy, Hitler. He suffered from the most horrendous gas complaints. His extreme diet and reoccurring stomach problems, probably psychosomatic, and his reliance on quack drug pushers made the dinner table terrible for his guest. The thing is, all those things could have been avoided. According to medical records, Hitler took over 28 different drugs in an attempt to restrain the farting, which made it a lot worse. Some of these pills included strychnine, a poison which probably explains his stomach problems. So he was causing the problem that he was actually trying to fix. I guess that's why he got a dog to blame it on? And these stories are true by all accounts. Hitler was a gassy guy. Thank you very much for listening. I'm sorry to deliver something so short, but we are so extremely busy right now. I really want to get this stuff out. I really enjoy doing it for the most part, and I'm glad you guys enjoy it too. I really hope you guys really do enjoy this version of Facepalm. It took me a little while to find these. There was actually a lot. One about a battleship, which that was pretty funny and also pretty sad. The people of that ship were cursed with stupidity, apparently. Poor guys. Thanks for your service. I'm sure the enemy appreciated it. Yeah, that probably wasn't funny either. Yeah, I'll edit that out. I'm going to try my best to get some things pre-recorded because next week is going to be a killer. Besides, my family is going to be moving due to family issues. We have to. Extremely necessary. And we'll probably be out of here within a month or two. So yeah, we're very busy. It'll be the first time I've lived outside of Kentucky. And I'm not necessarily a young pup, you know, being like 40. I don't feel old sometimes, all the time. I feel like a miniature drug cabinet because I gotta take so much medicine. But I'm working on that. Hopefully the diet and exercise that I've implemented will help a lot of those issues. Actually, I'm quite excited about it. Well, we're moving close to a great friend of both mine and my wife's. Awesome people. And they live in Orlando, Florida. So I'm gonna have to get used to being hot all the time. But I'm sure I'll get used to it. At least we won't have like a ton and a half of ticks. And we won't be isolated. So I might actually stop being a cave troll. Although I'm not gonna promise that. Thank you again, and I'll see you guys again soon. And remember, have fun with your failures, or they'll have fun with you.